So we know that many of you will, in the coming years and further on, go through the same process that we are going on, which is the process of landing your soul through your body. At some point, everyone gets to this place, and we have started this process. We have started channeling. We've had our experience that has opened us up to channel higher intelligence. Jeshua has been our mentor that has guided us to this process that is producing this ascension program inside of the community. And this is, now we are practicing. Our level of development is that we are practicing looking at where our human is off from expressing the soul. And we are dealing with people. We have we have been having a few rounds now, a few 28-day rounds that we're dealing with people. And we want to clarify some things, because there's a lot of people that misunderstand us. So, and just, we really appreciate when someone asks questions that they want to get to know. We really appreciate that, because that is an opening for comprehension. There's an opening for deepening and for comprehending more. And so we really appreciate that. We also want to share a little bit what it takes to land your soul, because our whole definition of rootedness has changed to be more rooted in Gaia. So that's how that chakra is strong, in the stability of trusting in Gaia's process, in this process with the body. And then we have the second chakra that we just received a big cleanse in that second chakra. And that has to do with both sexuality, creativity. It's all sort of interlinked. It's hard to sort of distinguish. Like we don't really operate in the same way as someone from the dualistic perspective. We don't operate the same way. It's like we're not even sure how a relationship would look like for us. We can tell that our body is hopeful. So there's a lot of things that we're maneuvering. Whenever it sort of senses with the level of sensitivity that we have now with reading energy, when it reads someone that seems sane, it becomes very excited, because we're seeing so much insanity in people. And so it's we're laughing so much because it's so true. It's like this is the energetic truth that is so liberating, that will liberate every single person on this planet eventually. But it does take a little different mindset. And so we're not entirely sure exactly where this is going, but but it's very liberating. And so we have learned that yes, you can see things from the mental plane, but that doesn't do anything. That only limits usually the expression that two beings can have, for example, which is completely fine, right? People are where they're at, and it doesn't stop the soul from communicating. It's more like we are speaking from a soul level, and of course everything lights up then. And then we don't superimpose what it's supposed to be. That's our practice. We don't superimpose what it should be. Oh no, it has to be like we try to do the best of our ability to not do that, so that we allow Gaia to show us in the being's behavior, in the whatever is happening, and then it becomes clear, right? And then we know more and more and more how and what Gaia actually brought us together for. You know? But sometimes you have to go through a little bit of getting to know one another, like how we don't even know if people will truly get how we operate, even if we're telling it so clearly. There are so many beings that, because of their level of comprehension of how they think the humanness should function, they sort of limit what's possible. And we don't limit what's possible. We just, okay, there is a limitation I see being filtered over here, or a situation over there. And then there's this being over here, and they're behaving like this. Oh, wow, that's okay. And that means this, because we know what everything means in truth. You know, and this is a way that we can read, and we are teaching this, how you also can read energy like this. But it is a complete reversal of thinking. Like you can't be where we're at and operate in exactly the same way. But many beings are very close. So it might not be so much of shift and perception shifts for many. And that's when we get really excited, because it's like, hey, maybe we can hang out. You know, like we get very excited, because so far we have had to be very cautious with our energy, because there's been a lot of mischievousness of beings that are not fully aware of how they're using their energy. And so we are very grateful that when beings are actually calling out what they see, and they are open and curious to know more. And so we're really, really grateful for that. Because it is a process that more and more beings will have to go through in the coming years. This is what Kenneth is going through. This is just a preparation for what most beings will go through at some moment. And it's when the Kundalini is rising. What do you think that is? That's sexual energy. And it happens a lot through sexual energy. You can't exclude sexual energy from spiritual growth. You cannot. That's the one that sort of helps the natural flow. It shouldn't be directed outward. It's an inward thing. You have to walk your path. That's what that means. You have to do what Gaia is inspiring you to do. And for us, we stepped in so much to dare to speak what we were feeling today. And we received so much upgrades in the body, literally, because we did that. That was our dare. And we thought one message. We started a day with one message to this being. And we thought that was the dare from Gaia. But no, it was more, and then it was more, and then we channeled, and it was a whole upgrade that was instigated just by the energy of meeting this being. And if you know how to use energy in this way, you don't have to commingle the bodies in any sexual way. You don't have to, because you're learning what it is through energy. Now you can if you want to, if it's appropriate, right? But if it's not appropriate, it doesn't matter, because we are walking our own path internally, not fantasies. No, we are stepping into what Gaia is. Gaia is showing us truth. Okay, cool. Then we know how to proceed. Wonderful. Cool. That is communication from Gaia. Thank you. And we also appreciate the upgrade from just the energy, you see? Because that was healing for us, for our body. And so we are deeply grateful just when we meet a being like that, just for a little moment. Can instigate so much when you know how to work with your energy, which we are teaching you all about in the Ascension program. It is literally the way home, where you get to have all your energy for you. This is how it is to be sovereign onto your own energy. And it takes practice. And many beings are on different levels of this. We are on our own level. Yes, we're channeling this, but we're also on our own level with the body. And that's not something that can be faked. That's just, you are where you are. And we are working on socializing, on becoming a little bit more human again, I guess, without losing the soul connection. That's the game that we're on. So the main purpose of us coming together with anyone is that soul connection. The rest is secondary. So the most important thing, soul connection, aligned, Gaia, good. You're in the door. That's like, you see? So we're very grateful for the beings that Gaia is showing to us, and showing that we're ready for. And this has been us dealing with a lot of people in the dualistic perspective still. Some people don't see it, and we that's hands off for us. If you don't see it, you don't see it. It's all cool. It's all cool. You don't have to. We're offering solutions, but if they don't take it, it's like totally cool. All good. Good luck. We're not. This is what has been created, this whole system, and how we're working now. It's miraculous. Like, there's no other words, because these things just gets birthed through us because we have reversed the energy flow. So we are now finally operating like a pure battery, so to speak, when most beings are leaking their energy out. We are responding to the reality of what we're faced with. If someone is, they have a partner. Cool, good, okay, totally fine. You see? But it's like our energy and what we dare to do, that's what's our muscle and our level up. It doesn't matter. That was our level up, because our body was like, hey, I want to play with this energy. This energy is cool. It doesn't mean that it has to be with this being even. It's just this being, this energy that's coming through this being right now, I like it. I want more of this in my life. That's what it means. And then we're taking steps. Hey, I like what you're pouring out, type of thing, Let's what's going on here? Can we play? What's going on? And so the more we can be very playful with this, the less it has to be, the more we can actually have fun with one another, and not use value. This is the main message. Value your soul connection. That's probably the title of this video. Value your soul connection. And allow for Gaia to show you what can manifest, right? Be open for what Gaia can manifest for you through people. Be open for what magic can happen, because it can only happen through people. But it can also only happen when you have finished the cycle with your body and the dualistic perspective. Not just judging it, that just keeps you there, but that you are offering solutions. And you're like, hey, I see your game, I'm not going to play it, but here, if you're interested in some help. That's the program, right? Because we don't want to play in that game anymore. So we are offering help. And that's the most loving thing that we can do. But then when another energy shows up that we do want to play with, then it's so important that we go for that. Regardless of what it ends up being, a colleague, a friend, maybe nothing, maybe it's just a manifestation training wheel. But one thing is for certain, the more we practice going for the body's joy, the more we are going to see those things manifest more in other people. You see how it works now? And that's our practice. Every single day to move that needle in the right direction, to make sure that we're listening to the right signals inside. That's why we're doing this every single day. And that's what these 28-day shifts are for. That's the Ascension program. So if you want to join us, there's a link below. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. We didn't do a video yesterday. And because it was just so much to process. We hadn't fully processed what was going on. It was so much. And it was in one day, it was from like shifting through some really distorted energies to just completely something different. And it was really a day of transition. Very, very special day yesterday. We did a lot of work personally. So this is the process of truly walking your path. And sometimes you are on different levels. Sometimes you are more in the writing things down. There is a phase to that. There are other phases in this development. We are sort of past that phase that we have to write so much. We have started practicing those things more and more. What we should have said in those situations, and that's it. Like we are practicing more and more of those things. And so we're getting stronger and stronger with this Ascension program. And this is the guides and Jesus and all of them guiding me. And I'm so grateful to walk this path, to be gifted in this way. And we know that we got gifted because of the way that we treated this very challenging situation and how we transmuted everything all along the way. And this is our pact with Gaia, to share her, and we know what that is now. And we are just walking our path. This is how it is to walk your path when you found it. When you found and when you have reversed and you're truly following that inner calling every single decision with whatever project that you're doing. So this is our share for today. We're sending you so much love and so many blessings. Honor what Gaia wants to manifest. Honor the soul connections. Take care. Ciao.